Hey guys, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and I'm so excited because it's library book sale day. Let's go! Hey guys, I'm home now. As you can tell in the videos, I went to two different library book sales. The first one is my library and the second one is my grandma's library. And they do things like pretty differently, I'd say, when it comes to checking the sizes of books, if it's one price or another, but I'll get into that in a second. So at my library, they actually did something different this year and they did it by color codes. So for example, red stickers were $1, yellow stickers were $2. If it didn't have a sticker, no, I'm sorry, yellow stickers were either a quarter, or if they didn't have a sticker, both yellow and non-stickers were $5 for $1. And then blue was $2, I believe. So I'm going to show you what I got. I got a lot of Babysitter Club books, and it is a mix of the new covers and the old covers. I got a whole bunch of these. This is nostalgia for me, and I didn't realize they made new covers for the Babysitters Club. I know they have graphic novels now, so I thought that was fun to have. Then I found this R.L. Stine book of Party Summer, and it's a Fear Street book, so those are fun to read. I picked up A Light in the Attic. This is another nostalgia book for me. I loved these poetry books as a kid. Shel Silverstein had, I want to say it was like 3 different books of these, and they were always checked out. It was so hard to get them at my school library because everyone wanted to read them. I thought it'd be fun to have this. I have 3 more books that I got in the 5 for $1 sale. I have Lexi C. Foss. This is Ella's Masquerade. It's a Midnight Fae prequel, and she's going to be a sighting that I am going to. Then I have Renee Addier's Flame of the Mist, and Their Fractured Light by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I don't know if this is book 1 or 2 in the series. The next books I have are Dark Shores by Danielle Jensen. I've read books of hers before and I've met Danielle. And then I picked up Rebel Rising, a Star Wars book by Beth Revis. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I have never seen a Star Wars book, but I have met Beth before and I have some of her other books, and she is going to be at a signing I am going to, and because of Beth, I picked up this book. I ended up spending a total of $5.75 at this library, and I told them to just keep the 6. And then I went to my grandma's library. I wasn't going to go today. I was going to wait for the bake sale tomorrow. I'm still going to that, so I may have some more books to show you guys. But I was expecting a little more from my library book sale. I hit the jackpot with finding things last year. Because of that, I decided I am going to the other library book sale, even though I still plan on going to the bake sale. And guys, I am so glad I did. In the young adult section, it appears that someone was getting rid of a lot of their ARC copies because it's a donation to the library and they use monies for programs and other things. And I was so happy to find Sleep Like Death by Kalynn Bayron. I really like this author. I haven't read this book yet, and it's kind of funny. A month or so ago, I found the Fairy Loot edition of this book at Half Price Books, so I bought that, and I like gasped when I found this. I'm like, oh my god, no way! And I hope I didn't, say it too loud. I had a lot of people around me, but I was so excited. I couldn't believe this was there, and I really need to read this one. I have read many of Kalynn's books, and I'm excited to have an ARC copy of hers. Now, before I go into the other books, this library does their books by size. So this was a big adult book. All the books I have are big adult books. So it's $2. If it was a smaller one, which is basically just mass market paperback, so I don't know why they don't write that, then it's $1. And they have a room of special books. They look at books, and if they are newer editions or they're a little more special, they price them higher. And I did get a book in that section. I went there first because I was about an hour late to the opening of the sale because I was at the other one, and that is why I checked the special edition first. But I found these 2 books by Kristen Proby, and I made a mistake. I do have this one, so I'm going to end up giving it to a friend. These were $2 each. These next books were also $2 each. I picked up The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. She's going to be at a signing I am going to in September. And I was so happy when I found this H.D. Carlton book, Satan's Affair. I couldn't believe it was there. I was super excited to grab this. This is the book that was in the special section. It was $5, which is still a really good price. You have the amazing sprayed edges. We have the Red in the Holly Library by K.A. Lindy. And I love the inside of this as well. It's just a gorgeous book. I heard different things about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna pick it up because $5, why not? This library book sale, I ended up spending $13.50. All in all, it was a good day. $19.50 for all the books I have. There are some other books at the library that I'm going to the bake sale tomorrow for that I'm hoping are still there. They were ones that caught my eye, but they were like, I didn't need them, and I don't think I've said in previous videos, but I'm saving up to go to Australia, and yes, I did spend some money at this book sale. I'm always going to go to library book sales, but you gotta have some fun too. But those books were like, okay, I don't need it, so hopefully they're there for the bake sale tomorrow. Their bags are $5 a bag. I usually get a lot of stuff for myself, my nephews, my classroom, and hopefully I can find some good stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, it's day 2 of library book sale day. I got here pretty early. I had to get gas, and I just wanted to make sure I had enough time. This one people start lining up right away, but I'm an hour early. I was planning on being like 40 minutes early, which that is normal for this sale. And my parents come to bake sale day here, so I was debating whether I should just wait to see if like they come to go line up, or not if they come, when they come to line up with them, or just go line up there now. It is a little chilly today, but I didn't want to wear a bigger coat because I get really hot in there with all the bodies. So we'll see what I'm gonna do. Hey guys, I am sitting on my bed right now. I'm tired. It's been a long day, but I want to go through my haul with you. Anytime I go to a book sale, I always wear a reading shirt, hoping that will bring me luck. So I went to 2 bake sales today, the same libraries I went to yesterday, and each one was fill a bag for $5. The first one I went to, my grandma's library, you had to fill a paper bag. They are pretty strict on what you fill up, but then my library, you could bring any bag you want. So at the first library I went to, I got 85 items and spent $10, so it comes out to about 12 cents per item. I am keeping 27 for myself, and then others of those books will go for school, my nephew, things like that. And then at my library, I spent $5 for 61 items, and that comes about to 8 to 9 cents per item. I am keeping 22 of those for myself, and the rest school, nephews, all that stuff. So let me show you what I got. I guess since these are closer to me, I'm going to show what I got at the second library where I just spent $5. I got a lot of different romancy books. I thought it would be fun to give a try. I haven't read these authors before. Some of them I've heard of, some of them I haven't. So we have Heart of the Highland Wolf by Terry Spear, and the wolf sold me on that one. I kept seeing Lucy Monroe at both libraries, so I picked up Moon Awakening by Victoria Roberts. I have Temptation in a Kilt, and I'm pretty sure I have another Victoria Roberts. Oh, here it is. I got stuff all over the place. Kilts and Daggers by Victoria. And I've read a fantasy book by Donna Grant before. I'm guessing this is the same person, but Dangerous Highlander. We have The Hellion and the Highlander by Lindsay Sands. I've seen people read Lindsay Sands before, especially some YouTubers that I watch, so I thought it'd be fun to pick up her book. Oh, here's another Victoria Roberts, Kill or Kilts. Then I just like the title of this, The Hawk by Monica Murphy. And yes, some of these I'm wondering if they're like 2, 3 in a series instead of 1, but I'll have to figure it out. Then we have another Lindsay Sands book, Taming the Highland Bride. We have another, or I said Monica Murphy before, but I was thinking of a different author, Monica McCarty. And then we have The Rock. We have A Highlander Christmas by these 3 authors. I was actually looking at this one yesterday, so I liked that it was still there. Then we have Scottish Romance. It is by more than just these authors. On the cover, there's a whole bunch of them. So we have this page and then this page. So that should be fun. And let's see, I think that is it of those. Nope. One more, and then another Lindsay Sands, Falling for the Highlander. So those would be fun to read. And then at that sale, I got Together by Accident by Zane Calder. It's a MM romance. I have The 1000th Floor by Catherine McGee. I saw this around years ago, just like this one, The Serpent King by Jeff Zettner, and why not? We have Mirrored by, I was gonna say AJ, sorry, Alex Flynn, and I've read Beastly by this author before. 21 Dates by Melissa De La Cruz. A graphic novel, Shirley and Jamila Save Their Summer. And I think, oh no, another one. We have another Lindsay Sands, and this one is The Key. I guess I have the else in the pile to show you, but yeah, I got a Nicki Minaj CD, some other stuff that I have in those numbers that I gave you are CDs and DVDs, but I wasn't going to show them, but that was here. And the last one I got from this sale was Stealing Snow by Danielle Page. I have an ARC of this, so it was fun for me that I found an actual hardcover copy of this. I really like Danielle. She's such a nice person. All right, so now we're going into the other sale and the stuff I am personally keeping for myself. I got some audiobooks at this sale. So I know I just said like CDs and DVDs I won't show you, but audiobooks I will. A Torch Against the Night, Beauty and the Beast. And oh, I thought was fun to find these. I really like Julie Murphy. Put It in Dumplin'. I have the book of Dumplin' signed by Julie. I've listened to actually Pudding. I don't have any other books in the series though. And then, oh, I got this graphic novel, Slip by Marika Makula, and sorry, I can't tell what the other author is. The last name is Pandya, so sorry, I can't see right there. Then we have Hide and Don't Seek and Other Scary Stories by Annika Moroz Reese. And then I couldn't believe it because in this next pile, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ARCs. Now, they've all released at this point, and someone just seemed that they wanted to donate their ARCs, which is awesome. 2 of these books I was actually looking at yesterday, and they intrigued me, and I was hoping that they would still be there today. And they were. And the first one was Only for the Holidays by Abiola Bello, and this just looks really cute. The cover is what intrigued me in the first place, and I'm going to save this for the holiday season to read. Then we have Arya Ka'ana's Bollywood Moment. This cover is really cute too. The Summer of Bitter and Sweet by Jen Ferguson. I thought this cover was interesting. Merciless Saviors by H.E. Edgman. I like that this is called Red by Annie Carty because I just like calling myself red sometimes with my red hair. Then An Impossible Thing to Say by Arya Shahai, and I really like that this book is written in verse. Ellen Hopkins writes in verse, and she's one of my favorite authors. I love her writing, so it really intrigued me when I saw that this book was written that way too. And then we have Mid-Air by Alicia D. Williams. And this cover was stunning. The Smoke That Thunders by Iru Kome. And I believe, oh, I have one more audiobook. Restore Me by Tahira Mafi. That is my haul. So overall, I think I spent, what, $34.50 this weekend on all the books that I showed you in this video, which is amazing. And I even have more that I've just not bringing on screen because they're not going to be cut from my personal collection. But I just don't even know where to start. There's so many good books here to begin with. And my parents, they went to the sale by my grandma's house. They ended up getting one bag for $5, and my mom, we text each other to see how many items we were able to fit in our bags, and they got 62 items in their bag for $5, so they got a good deal. My dad likes looking for DVDs and CDs, and my mom looks for books. It was a great weekend going to different library sales. I'm so glad this is happening again, and these were my 3rd and 4th library sales so far this year. I'm looking forward to going to more in the summer. And let me know if you go to library sales around your home and what kind of treasures that you find if you've gone to one already this year. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.